pollinators. Can anybody tell me what a pollinator does? What it does? What does a pollinator do?
A type of fruit that had butter for bees.
For bees. Bees are a particular kind of pollinator, but can anybody tell me what bees do to pollinate? What do bees do?
They slurp up some nectar and it gets pollen.
All right, so what do they do with the pollen? What do they do with the pollen what do they do with the pollen?
They slide around and the pollen falls off to the ground. So then the pollen would make a
makes vegetables and fruits, right? All right, so this is pollination right here. What happens is the bees or other kinds of insects and rodents and other things will pick up pollen from one flower and will take it to another, and it fertilizes it, okay? So that's really, really important, especially if you like to eat. I know none of you like to eat, right? You don't like to eat at all?
I do.
You like to eat? Well, then pollination is super important. Even if you don't like vegetables, but you do like, what is this?
Chips.
What does potato chips come from?
Potato.
Now.
Vegetables.
Go.
So even pollinators are even important for things like potato chips that we shouldn't eat, but that sometimes we do. Can anybody tell me give me an example of pollinators other than bees? Other than bees.
Butterflies.
Butterflies. How about you? What's a pollinator? Bats. Very good. Bats are excellent pollinators. Birds.
Well, sometimes elephants eat the seeds of the trees, and when they dump it all out of their bodies, the tree would start growing.
That's exactly right, but that's a whole different ball game. They're moving seeds from one place to the other and not necessarily pollinating. So, yes, what's another example of pollinating? Birds. Back there.
A hummingbird.
A hummingbird. So let's look and see how many y'all got. Insects. Some of you said butterflies, moths, beetles, different kinds of bees, ants, flies. All of those are insect pollinators. How about non-insect pollinators? And one of you said bats. One of you said birds, rodents, reptiles.
Did you know that lizard is the Jesus Christ lizard? Because it can run on the water.
I did not know that. All right. So all of these are pollinators. In fact, you are a pollinator today. Because as we stand out here, pollen's falling on us. You can see all these little pollen pieces of pollen that are on my table. Yesterday when I went to lunch, they said, oh, you have pollen in your hair. So I was a pollinator. You'll be a pollinator. You'll at least have pollen on your shoes where you're walking around outside. All right, so let's look at pictures of some of our pollinators. How about this? What is this?
A monarch butterfly.
It is a monarch butterfly. Monarch butterflies are the most common butterfly in South Carolina. You'll see them most often. Let's see what else we have. How about this? What is this?
Ladybug.
What kind of insect is a ladybug?
A beetle. It's a
It
beetle.
is a beetle.
Back it up, Mason.
How about this one right here? What is it?
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird. Hummingbirds are excellent pollinators. But our number one pollinator.
Bee.
Why do you think that honeybees,
Boys, back it up.
why do you think honeybees are our number one pollinator?
It's because they go to flower and flower, and when they go to that first flower, that pollen goes on, when they fly, the pollen falls to the ground, and that pollen can fall on the ground and make new flowers. And when they go to another flower, they might put new pollen on it to help that flower grow.
How about these hairs? Do you see these hairs?
The pollen.
Those collect the pollen, and he was exactly right. They pick up tons of pollen from each one of the plants, and they'll drop off some pollen, pick up some more pollen, and take it to different flowers. Bees also travel great distances during the day, many miles, much more so than the other insects and non-insects. So they are our #1 pollinator. And make sure whenever you go inside that you look at the beehive that is inside on the wall, because you'll have bees coming in. There's a little hole in the wall, and the bees come in and out all day long. And there's a beehive back here. Maybe you'll be able to see it whenever you do your nature walk.
I barely see it.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Well, if y'all will kind of pay attention to right here, we're going to see if you know what part of the plant that you're eating. So you're either eating the root, the stem, the leaf, the fruit, or the seed, okay? So we're eating lots of different parts of the plant. And there's actually one plant in here we're eating the flower of. So let's see if you can figure out which one it is. I'm going to set it right there. Wait a minute, step to the side there.
Back up.
All right,
Abigail,
let's start with, how about this? What is this? Peas. What part of the peas do we eat?
The seeds.
The seeds. Unless we eat the pods too, and then this would be, we eat the whole fruit. Okay? Very good. Y'all are super short on that. Okay, so
Watermelon.
watermelon. What part of the watermelon do we eat? The fruit. And what are these right here? Seeds. So we do eat the seeds. Some people eat the seeds. Me, I spit them out. I don't like the seeds. All right, how about this? What is this? Apple. No, the ones with the brown stem are apples. So this is an apple. What part do we eat? Fruit. And some people do eat the seeds. And how about this one? This one might be real. This one.
Flower. It's a tree.
We do. It's not a tree. It actually grows very low to the ground, only about that tall. Broccoli only gets about from from right here to right here. Broccoli only gets about that tall, so it's not really a tree, but it does look like a tree. What part is this right here? The stem, and this part is the flower. So we do actually eat the flower on the broccoli, but after it is over mature, it will actually bloom out and have yellow flowers. How about this right there? What is this? Corn. What part of the corn do we eat?
The seeds.
No, you don't eat the cob, do you?
Some people actually do. I know.
All right, we're going to do one more, and then we got
Tomato.
What part of the tomato do we eat? The fruit. All right. If y'all will get in line right here, single file line, right here. I'm going to give each one of you one of these fruits or vegetables. What I need for you to do, after I give everybody their fruit and vegetable, I need for you to decide whether it needs pollinators, it does better with pollinators, or it doesn't need pollinators. Let me give you a couple of hints. Most of them need pollinators. If they don't need pollinators, they're pollinated by the wind, which means most of the plants are close together. Things that we might grow in our garden. But if they grow on trees, they definitely need pollinators. Okay? All right. Open it.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so let's start with the one that doesn't need pollinators. And I said the ones that don't need pollinators most often are ones that grow close together and are wind pollinated. All right, so asparagus. Let's see where asparagus is. Oh, asparagus in my hand. All right, asparagus. Asparagus does not need pollinators. Carrots do not need pollinators. Corn does not need pollinators. Potatoes don't need pollinators. Let's see. Lettuce don't need pollinators. All right. Those don't need pollinators. All right. Peppers. Peppers do better with pollinators. Boys.
Back it up. Back it up.
Let's see. Strawberries. Strawberries don't have to have pollinators. They can be wind pollinated. Strawberries, hot peppers, tomatoes.